Hi, welcome to Amber's Garden Corner. Today we're going to take a look at solar panels.
Fall. I don't know if you can see the numbers on it.
Hi, we're here with John here today, and he's going to show us his solar panels. So what kind of system is this?
Well, Selectria Renewable is who makes this panel, but one of the things I specifically did is made sure that Whidbey Wind and Solar, Whidbey Wind and Sun, I think is what they're called down in Coopville. They put the system in for me, and they obtained the parts, and we specified...
so it wasn't Banner?
No. So we specified that all parts were made in Washington.
Oh, that's nice.
And the reason for that is because you get a much higher rebate at the end of the year if all your parts are made in laws that they passed in order to promote the program. So if you have solar and the parts are made wherever, you can get back 18 cents a kilowatt hour. At the end of the year. If all of your pieces are made in Washington, we've been, up until this year, we've been getting 54 cents a kilowatt.
Oh, wow, nice.
So last year we had a check for more than $2,400. Now that was with a 4 kilowatt system. I had that top row out there that you see that looks different. I added another 2.8 with that top row. So
yeah, we were wondering, do those adjust or anything?
Adjust for that.
You know, for angle, catching the sun's different seasons or anything?
They're mounted. And the two rows are actually two different angles.
Yeah, I've seen that.
The guy said there was no difference in them other than the fact that the new panels are more efficient than the old.
Is there a reason for that?
They're getting better in their manufacturing processes. So the 6.8 that I'm making now should make me more than half again more electricity than last year. And so you can go on the website and look almost on a daily basis. And so this is just last week, and I circled all the ones. This is my electricity usage, which is on this scale. So yesterday I used almost 20. We might have done laundry or we did baking yesterday, which really pushes it up. The day before that, it was low. You know, here's 12 or 13, you know, pretty much this scale, 0 to 60, is what I make off the roof. So it went down because we had some rainy, overcast days, but they say yesterday I made 50. That surprises me. And back here somewhere I made 60, and that surprises me because even in the hot of summer, I was only making like 47. But cold sunny is better than hot sunny.
Huh, okay. I didn't know that.
Heat is the enemy of electronics.
Yeah.
And so solar panels are no different.
So you're getting a degradation of the energy being able to pull in when it's hotter?
When it's hotter, you don't pull in as much as if it was, cold.
Do you have the opposite problem? Can you have a surge of too much electric going through the system because of the cold?
No, I think.
I mean, maybe not here, but like Alaska or what have you?
I don't think so. You could get it cold enough that it wouldn't be very efficient, but up there the angle of the sun in the winter would be so slight that typically, this is what I wanted to show you. When I get a bill from Puget Sound Energy, this is the latest bill, which was October, they show me how I used. And the little dotted line is the average temperature. So temperature doesn't really fluctuate as much here, you would think. Even in January, it's only down about 10 or 15 degrees as an average from in the summer.
Yeah.
So that's my usage, and my usage really picks up in November and drops off in April. So I only have about 4.5 months of usage. Part of that is because the electricity that I'm making right now is going into a bank. I'm making more than I use, so they bank it for me. And right now, my bank, this is my production.
So while you're not still off the grid, they're holding it and, what have you, and then feeding it back to you as you need it.
Exactly. Prior to this bill, I had 915 in the bank, and in this month, I made another 500 for the bank.
Cool.
So that's kilowatt hours.
So you would need a storage capacity to be able to actually go off the grid.
You need storage. And the problem with that is you'd need a garage about twice this size just for all the batteries it would take. You just can't store that much electricity. I mean, it's
and running a normal type of city household or whatever.
When we look on here, my average daily kilowatt hour usage is probably around 12. If you take this off and put it here, it's probably somewhere between 12 and 15 a day. So that's 400, let's just say if it was 15, let's just say that's 400 kilowatt hours a month that I'm using. Well, I only barely made 500 more on that bill. So to be able to store it and use it all year long, I'd have to have triple the size of array and batteries twice the size of this garage. It's just not practical to be off the grid completely.
Yeah. Is there any special things that you've had to do using this? You know, maybe different voltage of equipment or anything like that? So just completely like
110 works
as you would everywhere else.
Now, one thing we did when we built the house, because this all happened simultaneously when we built the house.
Yeah.
It's an all-electric house. I don't have any propane. I don't have any gas or anything like that. But all the electric in it, all the lights are LED. So that's way less. And we made sure to buy the other appliances we bought are high energy, high efficiency.
Yeah.
You know, but there's no such thing as a high efficiency electric dryer. There's just not. I mean, it makes heat and it sucks electricity. I can look on our daily usage and it goes, boop, Sunday. I did laundry Sunday.
Like fat-free bacon.
Fat-free bacon.
Yeah, really. But yeah, we did. You know, we did almost everything. Now, you know, one of the big things that we also, our heating system is called ductless. They're called mini splits. And so there's a vapor line and a liquid line that goes from the outside unit, the heat pump, back to each of the 4 rooms that have a control head. Mm-hmm. And so the 3 bedrooms and the great room all have a unit mounted. And it can operate as either air conditioning or heating.
Oh, very interesting.
Sounds like a Mitsubishi.
And is that part of your heat pump system rather?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. But we don't use the air conditioning.
Really?
I mean, up here, you know what we did for air conditioning? Look at that.
Open the door.
We put a screen door on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was enough. You know, and I do run a fan when it gets really.
Well, yeah, right there by the water, you got a good breeze, I'm sure.
And here, the wind always blows. It's always blowing here 3, 5, 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, windmill might be benefiting here
we
too.
talked to them about that. We'd be wind and solar, and we talked to them about wind power, and it's just really not very efficient.
Yeah.
You know, maybe if you live someplace where you got a steady 20, you know, it might be worthwhile.
20 knots or something like that.
Yeah. But the 5 or 10 or 3 that we get here all the time is just not very efficient.
They cost more per kilowatt hour for the equipment too.
Yeah. Yeah, the solar, once it's up, it's done. And I even asked him if we need to get up and clean it once in a while. He said no.
Really?
It won't ever get dirty enough to degrade its performance.
I used to do that with mine, but with oak trees, all the
because I know, like on different solar like equipment and stuff, they say make sure it's screened so you're getting full efficiency, but you don't have to do that with those, huh?
But he said that we don't have enough out here.
I haven't looked in it a little bit, but I was looking in because one of the concerns I've had with solar is your waste with your glass and stuff after these units are old and need to be replaced. And they were coming out with a solar paint. Instead of having to do the glass, they just painted surfaces and it would be able to conduct the...
There is now on the market something that they have recently, we haven't investigated it. I mean, I'm not at the point where I'm going to do any changes from what I've got. But they're making solar shingles.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was seeing that the other day.
Roof and solar, each one clicks in and locks and adds to the grid, and then the whole roof is a big solar panel.
They have some project for
somewhere we saw the solar highway. Yeah,
I believe. Yeah, they have some project on Highway 66 that they're for the solar highway.
Yeah, they did. Sense. You're right. They did Route 66.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, there's a lot of things coming down the pike, and it's like the gold ring on the merry-go-round. You just, at some point, you just have to reach out and grab it, and that's where you're at, you know.
Well, your investment and the panels, what do they say their life expectancy is, and that you might have to change them out?
You know, we didn't really get a good figure on that, but we're expecting at least 20 years.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And it's a 6 in it. It was when they were paying us 54 cents a kilowatt hour. I have to qualify this. And the reason it changes is because the way Washington said it is PSE has to take a percentage of their profit and invest it back into solar people. So as more solar people come online, the percentage gets divided among more people. So when I first started, it was 54 cents. This year, they think it's going to be 39.
So just the sheer volume of more people that are going solar.
So until the legislature ups how much we get, the Washington legislature, if they do it all.
Well, that was an interesting setup, although a significant investment. John said it should be paid off in, 6 years, and then starts paying, payback or whatever. It should be free and clear then, where he's actually making a few shekels on it. So that's a good thing. And of course, it's nice and green.
And it was nice to see and talk to him and see his little setup and find out that little law about the.
Yeah, there's a lot to it in this state.
Yeah, that was a lot of interesting information.
And we certainly appreciate John taking the time to show us his setup and explain it.
Yeah, thanks so much, John.
All that good stuff. So he should probably leave his Smith & Wesson Model 41 in my good keeping for that.
I don't think he's going to buy it any more than any of the other times you've suggested it.
I'm working on it. He could wear thin. I don't see Andy enough to work on him for his high standards, so I see John more often.
Well, we hope you liked this video. It was a little bit of different perspective. Somebody that has set up their house to do solar and everything. And some of the research that I've done too. They're talking about how if you do have solar arrays or solar connected to your house, and actually improving your property value now.
Yeah, I can see where that would help. And of course, that's a very good, clean, professional installation.
Yeah.
Very well done.
Even the ones that he installed himself later.
Yeah, I'm sure he had somebody do that.
No, he said that he did it himself.
He did it himself? Yeah. Okay, very impressive.
So don't forget to subscribe,
like,
share,
and leave a comment.
We love to hear from you.
And until then, have an awesome day.
Thanks for watching.